Hi, I'm Miss Fran. I'm the school counselor, and I'm going to read the story today called There Might Be Lobsters by Carol Creamy. Come on, Sookie. You can do it, said Eleanor. She stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Sookie. But Sookie was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up her nose, and she might tumble down on her head, and then she might need stitches, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Sookie sat at the top of the stairs with Chunky Monkey by her side. "Oh, all right," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a tisk and a huff and carried them down the stairs. "Come on, Sookie, you can do it," said Eleanor. She tossed a beach ball Sookie's way. But Sookie was just a small dog, and the beach ball was big and beachy, and it might hit her nose, and then it would pop, and it might be too loud, or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again, and she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive, and besides, beach balls attracted lobsters. So Sookie sat far away from the beach ball with Chunky Monkey by her side. "Oh, Sookie," Eleanor swooped that pup up with a tisk and a huff and cradled her in her arms. "Come on, Sookie, you can do it." Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Sookie. But Sookie was just a small dog, and those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were too wet, and they might toss her out to the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tusama or even Florida, and she might be swallowed by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Sookie sat at the edge of the water with Chunky Monkey by her side. "Okay, Sookie," said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove into the water. Sookie sat and watched the beach ball bouncing, and the big boy running, and umbrellas flapping, and lifeguards blowing loud whistles, and waves splish and splashing with Chunky Monkey. Floating out to sea, Sookie barked for Chunky Monkey to come back. Chunky Monkey started to sink. Sookie started to paddle. She paddled fast past a big beach ball, and through a huge salty wave, and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunky Monkey, he was safe. Sookie had saved him. She felt braver than the bravest dog, because even though she was very small, Chunky Monkey was smaller. "Oh, Sookie, I knew you could do it," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a yaw and a hooray and swung them very gently through the air. Sookie sat in the sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunky Monkey by her side. And they didn't see one all day. The end.